Hey everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today we're going to be doing Inosuke from Demon Slayer. So, done him before, done him without the mask, with the mask, but this time we got his two swords and his side view, sort of side of his body, right? So use a pencil and eraser for these and hit pause if I go too fast when I move my hand, right? So I'm on landscape paper. So center point of my page is about here. We'll come up over to the right hand side and we'll start with his eye. So it's vertical, right? So it's gonna like curve down this way first, and then we will curve a line down the other way here, and then his eyeball inside, that blue sort of eyeball just here, the other side of it up here, and then his pupil up the top, and it's got like a line going around it. It's kind of a circular line there. So we've got like texture lines and stuff all on that hood, right? But we'll give them we'll do some just kind of an eyebrow sort of line there, something coming around. There is more texture, but I'll do it all at once rather than going back and forth. Okay, that's basically his eye, right? So we just step out now and we'll do the profile for his face. So we will curve a line around that eye. Just here, and then his snout sort of sticks out this way. And in Demon Slayer, your edge lines usually are thicker in some places. So you can do that or not, it's totally optional, but usually the outside lines of the characters are like done really thick. So his snout then sort of bumps up here, then goes up a bit further and around. And this then comes down around the bottom, like so, and comes down for his chin. And again, we can add some thickness to our edge, some extra line weight, as they call it. And there is some lines on the inside here. So just the inside line for his snout. Comes down there. Another line in there. And like a snout line or something. The front. Right, so then his mouth. So we go up. Down. Up to there, and there's some lines on it here, and then like a downward turned line for his mouth here. Like so, right? So then we have hairlines and zigzag lines all the way around then for his helmet, right? So it's all furry. There is a bit of a gap when we hit his knuckles, right? So like here somewhere. So I'm just going to jump here, right? You could draw them in and erase them if you wanted, but we have his hand here covering them. So I'm just going to skip a section and then I'll do them after. It's just easier than erasing. And again, some of these edge lines can be quite thick, so if you feel like doing that, feel free. I'll go back and do it now in a second. So another hair spike here. Then his ears, right? So just above sort of his eye here, we have an ear that sort of curves out there, comes around, down into his head again. Just there. We got some like lines, texture lines here, lightly just showing the bottom of the ear. Like that. So his top of his head there, and we can see the ear on the other side. So it like comes up here, back down. All right, I'll just thicken up some of these hairlines. Okay, and then you can add some texture on his fur. So just that, right? So, but do his hands and his swords now. So like I said, there's one arm and a hand right here. So one sword goes off this way and one sword comes down across his body this way. So right, so we'll do the hand up here first, right? So just close to this hair here, we got like 4 knuckles, right? So we go up, down, up, down, up, down, and then up, down, right? So 4 knuckles just here, and then the back of his hand comes out, down for a knuckle there, down around the back of his hand here. And right, so then past the back of his hand there, and then so this. Somewhere up here. So this will be like his hand here. Got like a shadow in there. And then this will curve down. Like that. And then we have knuckle lines and things inside. There. Like so. Then, right, so wrist bone down here, okay? And then his forearm sort of comes off this way. And then it curves up towards the elbow, up then around here, and then back in. And this will come back towards his wrist, right back towards the hand here, just here. Right, and some of these can be thicker again. Thicker lines. And then we could have just like a forearm line, just here on the inside, like that. Okay, so we won't add this. We won't add the swords yet. We'll just get the sort of main parts of his body in, right? So we got like tricep, shoulder, just there. And we have like a chest muscle line here. These can be thick lines because they're edge lines. The sword goes over some of this, but if we draw over, which we will, we'll have to erase it, right? So that's like his shoulder on that side. So his back, right, comes down here. Right, so real thick line there, and then his hip there. So this then comes down, he's got that fur on, right? So we got like a jaggedy sort of section coming across here. This is like his fur. Comes all the way around, right? So it comes around the back of him. Down to here, and there's like some more just sort of along the bottom section just here. Right, and his sword comes across here somewhere, so I won't close that off. Right, and then we can thicken up some of these edge lines, right? So and this has like texture and stuff on it as well. Right, so then the side of his body, right? So like his hip will come out here, go up. Around this way. So this can be quite thick, this line. Like that, and then his chest comes out from there. And then we have an armpit line going that way, and then his underarm going this way, his armpit coming down that way. This will eventually meet his forearm down there, but we'll just thicken up some of these lines first. I think there's like a shadow under here. And then inside here we got some anatomy lines, so like chest muscle here, going up that way, going up there, like a collarbone in under here. There's all shadow in under here, but we'll add that in a second. And then his chest comes down up this way to there, and then abdominal muscles coming down to like his belly button just down here. And then we have some edge muscle lines here, so obliques, and then like back rib cage sort of just there. Right, and then there is a bit of shadow underneath here. Okay, so, right, so then his shoulder sticks out like here. And then this is like bicep that comes out to there, right? And then we have his knuckles, right? His other fist is right here. So we got like 1, 2, 3, 4 knuckles. This comes around for his finger to there. And then another knuckle here. And we might as well finish them knuckles just there. And then we go like another finger line. And then this comes up the side. Like so. And we can just thicken up our edge. And right, so what we can see of his thumb, right? So thumb just comes down this way. Thumb just underneath his knuckles there, and like then his sword comes out from here. So we got to do the handle of this sword. So it goes just out here, curves around. Maybe like ribbon or something sticking off here. And then this comes down onto there. And this can be a thick line. It's got a cap on it, and then we add just some texture on the inside. So, right, so then his forearm comes off here, goes out and around, and comes down to his elbow, which goes back here, and then up around into his hand. And again, thicken up some of this. Line down that way, line down there. And the palm of his hand is just in under here. So, and then let's align that way. Right, so then the sword, right? So curves down that way, that one curves down this way. So we'll just go sketch it sort of lightly. And then we can just go over it. So this is just to get us the direction in the right place. Like out here, right? So when we meet the bottom of the sword, all the way down at the bottom of my page. Right, down there. So, do I have a little ruler that can help me? I know it is a curved line, but if you gradually move your ruler, it can make it curved. Boom, that way. So then the bottom has all these jagged sort of sections on it, right? So we go this at first, right? So then, and any parts we go over, we can erase. That, right? And then I think you can have sometimes some sort of edge lines on the inside of this part, but you can't really see it that well. Like that, and then I'll just erase the lines on the inside of the sword we should not see. And then there is a black line coming down, right? So we just go down the sword again. And up the top there. Okay, and we do this over here. So we got a handle again coming out this side, and we got a ribbon sticking off. And diagonal line goes into his hand. And then this has like some texture lines and a lid or something, like a cap on the top of it. It's just bandage sort of wrapped around the handle. And then we will attempt to do our sword again. So again, it's kind of a curved line. So ruler might be helpful, but you gotta move your ruler then. So we're curving it this way. Up to there. Right, so I'm gonna try and smooth it out then. Yeah. Stuff. I don't like that bit, but I'll fix it after. Right, so then spiky side, the broken side basically. Out to these spikes. Kind of like that, right? And I'll just erase, and I'll try and fix this section. I'll just erase this line of his arm that we shouldn't see. Right, so then we have that black line that goes up. Oh wait, he has a little thing here, and then the black line that goes up the sword, right? So it goes. And here, this is dark there. And then if you want, we can just thicken up some parts of the edge of the sword, but not essential, but I'll do it anyway for anyone who wants to. So just darkening up some of these. Right, but I think that's it. I think that'll have to do. That's our Draw Inosuke side view from Demon Slayer. Hope it was helpful, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, share. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.